haven't seen anything yet. These things, if you haven't hunted a baboon, you have no idea what you're dealing with. They're incredibly smart, hyper aware of their surroundings. I'm just hoping to get a glimpse of one's coat as the sun's rising. It should be a fun day. This is as real as hunting gets. If you don't like the strategy or whatever is gonna happen, I don't know what's gonna happen. But we're gonna document what's happening. So, I'm out here hunting with the XRS today, with the Dasher. It should be fun. I'm gonna spend probably another 20 to 30 minutes here, just clearing the side of the mountain. And then we'll start working our way around here. It's good to be out. I'm sort of tucked in it with the bush as my backing behind me. And should hopefully camo pretty well. I haven't seen anything, as I said, but that's kind of how this thing goes usually. You don't see them until you see them. They're slippery bastards. Anyway, I'm going to spend some more time on the class. So, it's about 30 minutes later, and I came up empty on that side. There's a little cricket joining our video. It's so hard to look into the sun in that direction. But their coats do give them away, so I always try this side first when I'm on this specific property. I'm going to work my way around here by the water. I think on the very far hill I saw something. But because I've gone quite far, or not quite far, but because I'm a little bit limited with what I can carry due to my wrist injury, I decided to leave the big spotting scope by the area we started. So I've got my rifle and a little handheld Razor 4000. So I'm going to canvas this. I'm going to find a little spot in the shade tucked away there. A big thing with hunting these guys is to listen. As I say that, I heard dogs barking. Yeah, that's a dog. There's some people that camp like over that direction. But the baboons have a very distinct, like, they make a very distinct sound, and sometimes you do hear them quite far. So we've got a lot of property to cover. You should be able to hear that dog now. That could be a sign of him barking for baboons. So we'll definitely swing by the side again. This is fun. It's good just to be out, even if we don't get anything today, just to be out in nature. And this is almost like a little bit of a tune-up before our proper hunting season begins at the end of the month. Because I'll tell you what, if you can successfully hunt these things, you can hunt anything. Because these things they're a different kettle of fish. Anyway, I'm going to move up here and see what we're working with. Kind of looking like it's a bus day. The baboons are either not here or they saw me so long ago that they're nowhere in sight. So I've kind of hiked up to our sort of a lookout location, and I thought I'd share with you guys something that I try and do, like even in a case scenario like today with hunting season coming up for us in South Africa. I know we have a lot of experienced shooters watching the channel, but a large portion of our viewers are new shooters or new hunters. So what I like to do is I like to shoot off my reticle as much as possible. Like I say, if you have a sort of tactical style reticle, to know what those subtensions are. Now if you open up an app like Strolock, and I'll show you guys sort of on this side of the screen, it'll actually show you, if you've set up your app correctly, what sort of your drops are on the different little marks on your reticle. So I know, for example, you know, when I've sort of come out to this area and I take my rangefinder and I range certain landmarks. Okay, so if I range those trees over there, like on the edge of the road, those are going to be 445 meters. So I know that anything sort of by those trees, that's outside of my range that I would like to be shooting today. It's quite a down angle. There's a little bit of wind coming through here. Sort of 400 meters is where I'm going to cap that off, and I'm going to look for certain landmarks. Please excuse this beetle that's going absolutely ham here. I'm going to look for certain landmarks, like that bend on the trail over there is going to be about 250. That's actually where I saw a little deer this morning. Yeah, 240 meters. And I'm going to sort of draw a mental perimeter, or almost like contour lines. Like, okay, that's sort of where 250 is. And I know on my reticle where I need to hold. So I kind of need to hold between, you know, 0.5 mil on my dasher is going to be 199 meters, so that works out quite nicely. And then the next mark, which is 1 mil, is 270. So if I want to shoot 250, I need to sort of hold my 1 mil line on the bottom half of my target, and that should be oh, thought I spotted something over there. And that should be good. So that's kind of what I like to do, is draw a little mental range card, if you will, of where sort of what distances we're working with. And then if you do get an opportunity and you're in a stationary spot, so perhaps you're doing like a voorsitjag, as we'd say in Afrikaans, then that's a really nice way of doing that. And if you even want to dial, you know, you see the animals moving in. So in my case, I'm looking for baboons. So if I start seeing them, they usually come out of those trees. I know these trees at the bottom here, they're 400 meters. And I know exactly where to hold on my reticle. And I have a good idea of what the wind is doing. So yeah, just to make things a little bit easier, take out the guesswork, you know, that where we are with today's technology, with ballistic solvers and free apps like Strurlock, for example, there's really no need to be, you know, let's aim for the horns and hope for the best type of thing. Like that doesn't fly anymore. We have no excuses to make bad shots other than, you know, blaming ourselves. Ooh, that might have been a baboon bark. Yeah, so I'm going to hang around on this little rock here for a while. And perhaps what I'll do is I'll do another update video for us with the trigger cam, because I've got the trigger cam on my rifle at the moment. I was hoping for some action. But perhaps what we could even do, there are some steel targets down here. But I don't kind of want to shoot, because I'm still going to work my way around this side of the mountain. And hopefully get some action on that side. I did see some people on horseback coming through there, so maybe they would have chased away anything if there was anything there, which is a little bit of a bummer, and it's been a long morning out in the sun already. But I hope that tip helps you guys. Settle into your little spot, make sure you've got good surroundings. Obviously I'm on an artificially built up, this is like a sundowner spot, but it does make for like a really nice little sniper's perch, if you will, especially shooting these furry buggers. Yeah, set up your little range cards. It's actually something you could even write out and draw if you've got a little notebook or something with you, just to have a general idea of sort of where your perimeters are and what your effective range is for your rifle and what you're comfortable with your skill set. That's very important too. Like, I don't want to shoot something. Yeah, I could shoot a steel target in the middle of that field over there, which is going to be like 700-800 meters. Like, that's not a problem for the rifle system I have with me. But if I miss, oh man, these Protea Fynbos things play tricks on your eyes. I keep thinking I see movement. You know, but if I miss a steel plate at that distance, I could just rack another round in. And I'm not shooting an animal in the arse. So I always try and keep it closer and make sure that the shots that I do take are absolute bangers. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody. So I've worked my way up the mountain. No joy. I've come over all the way to the one side. Earlier we were looking up at the mountain, but I've worked my way sort of around this way to come check out this spot here where I can have a good vantage point, where I've seen them a lot in the past, but nothing so far. We had a pretty cool deer encounter earlier at 100 meters, less than that. And I watched her for a little bit, and that's always cool. even when we're out in the middle of nowhere, the birds seem to find their way here. Maybe on the way back we can druk a hardy. But I don't necessarily want to shoot and give away our position. So I'm going to work my way back. It's almost 12 o'clock and I need to get the family for lunch. So this is not a full day hunt, but generally like this when we're out here and we don't see them, they're generally on another farm or on a different section of the mountain. So because they do move around quite a bit. Now you might be thinking to yourself like, Pete, why are you shooting primates? You're not going to eat them? Yeah, I'm not planning on eating them. But I do plan on drinking the wine that gets produced on this farm. And they do so much damage. Unfortunately, with the size of the troop, the leopards just can't manage them. They're pushing 70 plus in a group, which is insane. Anyway, I saw some people on horseback down there earlier, and hopefully they didn't. Although the baboons are so smart, they know that the people on the horses are not a threat to them. So maybe. So I'll work my way sort of on the ridgeline, and now I'm going to look down. So if they've come out the mountain on that side, I'll have the high ground as we did in the last hunt. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I do have the trigger cam on. And because last time things happened so quickly that we didn't get it on video. But with the trigger cam, we should be able just to double tap that button and get the action on camera. I must say I'm really excited for the version 2 of the trigger cam coming out. It's going to be 4K. It's going to have some 1080p slow-mo features, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, holding thumbs for that, to get one of the first ones. That'll be cool. Andre, alsjeblieft. Anyway, okay, cool. I'm going to run out of time here, so I got to move my little ass. So far, so good, though. It's fun being out in the mountain. Oops. My zip was open. Anyway, okay, cool. I'm going to get moving. Okay, so we busted out. Nothing. Which is a little bit disappointing, but that's kind of how it goes. When you hunt these things, you never know what you're going to get. I guess that's the way it goes with any hunting, really. But this is like literally, nothing contains these guys. So, yeah, every now and again we're going to do this and come up empty. But I know you guys are really, you are really keen to watch these baboon hunting videos. I don't know how keen you'll be to watch one where we don't shoot a baboon. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes, right? I didn't show you guys much of my rifle today because I'm running some new experimental components on there that's not out yet. So yeah, sorry about that, but should be out soon. Anyway, I have to get back to the family now for lunch. So we will try again in maybe 2 days from now. We'll see. We might try a different place also. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, today was a bust. Didn't see anything. At one point, well, I did see a deer, a small deer. And at one point, I thought I heard a baboon barking, but then it turns out it was a dog. And then on the way back, I sort of snaked my way on sort of the animal trails that are in the mountain. I snaked my way across. The wind was bad if they were on this side because I was sort of walking with the wind towards where I was looking for them again. So that kind of wind came out of nowhere. When we got here initially this morning, there was no wind. Oof. Also went for a pretty hard trail run last night, so I kind of felt it walking in the mountain today with all my kit. But I feel like I've got it kind of boiled or sort of trimmed down, like the camera setup that I'm running now with the Ridgeview tripod and just my rifle without bags and anything. I had my little Get Light Armageddon Game Changer, the pint size with like a very light full on the side, and I felt that would have been relatively solid to shoot from. And then the bipod. Hopefully soon Sam will be ready. I will have finished her load development and I'll be able to shave a significant bit of weight off the actual rifle weight. And then that new carbon chassis from MDT, I'm really excited for that too. Anyway, guys, we'll try again. Sorry to come up empty. I tried my best. It wasn't for a lack of effort, I can assure you that. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you want to... Like, I don't even know if I should edit this, honestly. Yeah, anyway. Okay, I guess I'm going to edit it. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Cheers, bye. Ah, my knees are sore.